All right, all right. I want to bring you guys into this video here. I want to go over the back testing I've been doing on this mechanical orb strategy that was built to help strengthen your mindset and train you in what is most important, in my opinion, when it comes to day trading. Okay, so this strategy, like I said, I mean, yes, it had some intuitiveness to it. I didn't just like pick something so random that it was just like something weird. Opening range breakout is a thing, right? Orb is a thing, but there's so much confluence that's out there, right? There's so many different things that you got to consider that I was just like, for training purposes, I want to find something that people can run 50 trades and be like, let me focus on this and this, right? So that way I can become better at day trading. So I came up with this strategy. Of course, I had done a few months back testing. That was great. But now I dove into it like super deep, and I actually want to go over it with you. One, we are closing a whopping 34% win rate. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. That's the worst win rate I've ever had. But I really want you to take note. It's making money. How is this making money? It's a 1 to 3. Okay, you risk 100 to make 300 bucks. In this specific back testing, I did the best I could to risk $150 per trade. I have a calculator next to me. If there's a 20-point stop, I get it as close to 150 bucks as I can. Maybe it's 170, maybe it's 130, whatever. Even some of the trades where it's 50, 60 points and they're huge, sometimes I'm risking 180 bucks, sometimes I'm risking like 120. Okay? But I stuck to the math and I stuck to the sheet, and I actually back tested and traded this twice. Okay? I ran 2 charts on purpose so that way I could mark the opening range, I could take the trades, mark all the trades on the chart, then go back and actually trade it like a live session in FX replay. And I would double check to make sure. And if I missed a trade, I would take it on the second session. I would document. Seriously, like this is the most accurate back testing I've ever done. All right. The fact that this thing makes money blows my mind, to be honest with you. So not only do I want to encourage you to take this 50 trade orb challenge, um, I want to I want to show you that there's a potential for you to be profitable with it, especially if you do this for the 50 trades, and then you slowly start to add things like a no news Monday. I know we're going to get a lot of ranging potentially, right? Sometimes we do rush in one direction, whatever. But so that way you know how to manage the trades and a little bit better. You can put a little intuition behind it and some discretion. But that to me, that is after the challenge. Take the challenge the way it sits. Okay. So let's go over this. I took 181 trades so far. I'm going to finish this. Okay. I think there's like 300 more days left to finish because I'm testing like a year and a half of this without skipping a beat. Okay. There's days that like the chart would end at noon. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, oh, it's a bank holiday, right? Days that I normally wouldn't even trade because usually it doesn't play out as much. There's a lot less volatility and blah, blah, blah. Okay. But I took this extremely mechanical. All right. The month of May and partial of June, that was just bankroll, just bang, bang, bang. And then we ended up with like a flat spot, kind of went down a little bit. So you can see that this strategy, I mean, it's sitting in profit after 181 trades between, roughly what, September 13th, and we started on May 1st. So May, June, July, August, September. So about 4 months. Okay, a little over 4 months. 181 trades, 34% win rate, and we're up 11 grand, almost $12,000 in this fake account, right? This is just FX replay. I have a guy that's been forward testing it. He's in profit. I'm currently forward testing it. It's in profit. I'm not going to ask you guys to do something I wouldn't do. I've been doing this orb trade challenge on and off here, and I'm going to finish out my 50 trades and get it all done. So let's take a look. So we have a total of 61 winners. Okay. And this is a very strict 1 to 3. Okay. There is many times that I'm in the replays and it's like 2.8 RR and it like just turns and goes and hits the stop loss. Okay. With the challenge, there's no trade management, right? And I know people want to challenge me on that, but the actual challenge for 50 trades is about this up here, right? It's about the psychology of it. Okay. It's not about the strategy. It's not about what you know. It's not about your technical analysis. It's about you, your mindset as a trader. So for 50 trades, give this a try. I mean, so what? If you're risking $100, $150 a trade, and you just trade a static combine, I don't recommend Apex's live drawdown. You're probably getting eaten alive because you can't hold trades like that. It'll turn on you, and then the account's smoked. But if you use like a Top Step account or an Apex static, right, where your drawdown is not live and doesn't move, you should be good to go. You really should be good to go. All right, and give this a try. So max consecutive wins with this is about 4, right? And then let's go to the losers over here. So it looks like we're 117 losses. That's a lot. I'm telling you, there's times I was backtesting this and I would be like 2 weeks in, not even looking at the P&L because I'm strictly doing mechanical range, fair value gap, break above. Okay, take the short, take the long, take whatever. Mechanical. Can't then click. Like seriously, that's insane. I mean, you guys know if you've done FX replay. And there's times I'm like, man, I'm just getting killed. Like this is, and I look at the P&L and it's up $1,000, and I'm like, what? Like I just felt like I just took like just an obscene amount of losses and only won a few. How am I up $1,000? Okay, so as I've shared in my other videos, is the lower I've allowed my win rate to be, the more money I've made. Now, you guys understand what I'm saying by that, hopefully, because I'm looking for better R&R trades, right? So I'm not looking for 1-to-1s. I'm not looking for, oh, let me trail and break even. I'm not doing any of that. There were like 3 break even trades. One of those was like a day it ended the day at 4, because I closed most of these trades at 4:30 because you have to with a prop firm, right? So that's kind of what I was trying to simulate, is if you did this on a prop firm. All right. And so the 3 break even trades, like I said, one is it ended like, I don't know, plus $20 at the end of the day. There was another one that was kind of weird. And then I think there was 2 or 1 or 2 others that were like, I went long and I meant to go short, little things like that. So, so those are the break even trades, but that's only 3 out of 181. That's not going to skew the numbers all that much. Okay. So max consecutive losses, this is kind of like a number that I'm extremely interested in, right? Because if there's a $2,000 drawdown with your $50,000 combine, technically, if you get a full-blown max consecutive losses on that, you should be, roughly like minus 1,300, minus 1,400 if you're doing like the 150, risk. So that's just good to know. Okay, average consecutive losses is about 3. So that's good drawdown to know. Let's go look at the months, right? So let's look at May. Let's go back to May, and we'll start where we started. So here we go. So as you can see, the month of May, you would have finished. You'd have been like, dude, this is great. 2 trades, 3 trades, 1 trade, 2 trades, blah, 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 blah. But you can see the average losses, 3 trades at negative $422. That's great. 1 trade here was $500 profit. 1 trade was 444, right? 3 trades, so it was probably a loss and then a win, or 2 losses and a win. So as you can see, like, month of May played out pretty good. So let's look at the, we want to stay in 2024. So there we go. All right, May, June. So let's look at June, not June 26. Let's go back. We need June 2024. I wish we could check the future. That would be the way to trade. but you can't do that. So here you go. One trade, 643. That was a nice big profit. So yeah, you guys can see that this month it had some loss. It had some days. Look at this. It was 3 days. 300, 200, 300. So that's 600, 800. That's like $900 loss right there. And then these two right here on the other side took care of that. 800, almost $900. So I was very surprised. So month of July was pretty good as well. August I think was a little rougher, but you guys can see this. So I really want to challenge you. If you are in any way struggling with your day trading, take this challenge. I have another video that explains the challenge. I'll go ahead and include the document down below here. It's for free. You can come into our VIP and we will live trade this actually with you and help you like process through some of this. Like if you start to revenge trade and you start to do that stuff, it's good to have, like-minded people around you that, want to, speak positively into your trading life for sure. But you can also just do this for free on your own. That's why I built it this way. People don't always have to join a VIP, to get value. You can just download the document and run this on your own and journal it and practice, and it'll all be good. So today we had these two trades just to kind of explain a little bit how it works. Is basically we have our opening range breakout right here. Right, the first 5-minute candles. So at 9:35, I start to trade, and as you see, we took a short right here because of these 3 candles closed outside with a fair value gap. That's our signal. That's our only signal. Took a short, boom, almost instantly, pulled back, knocked us out. That's normal. You get used to that. Okay, it's strange how you can get used to something like that. And then later we kind of did the same thing. We printed the 1, 2, 3 candles with the fair value gap. And bang, entered the trade and got our 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio right there. No problem. That's the way to do it. All right. So I hope this video has been helpful. I hope this video has been encouraging to you. Guys, you don't have to have a high win rate to be successful. A lot of people do. A lot of people are hunting the 80, 90% win rate strategies. And I've been through them. I've been through much of them and a lot of them. And they just don't play out. They're just not profitable. None that I've ever seen. I do know some people that close definitely in the like 50-60% range. That's kind of where I'm used to being. I used to push myself to be into the 70s and 80s, but I was securing too much profit too early, and I was actually missing out on profit by being more patient and allowing myself to have a lower win rate. This is not a strategy that is designed to be profitable. Again, this strategy is designed to challenge your mental mindset and to challenge you behaviorally as a trader. So anyways, check the document out below. Take the challenge, comment, let me know how it's going. You can join our Discord for free. We do have a big free section. The only thing that we do charge for is if you want to actually trade this strategy live with us. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video.